Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are going to try to do today is we're playing a deck I'm calling SelesnAwesome. And I really probably should ask the person who created this deck because this deck actually comes from the person who taught me Magic. We played a standard showdown just the other day and this deck came out on top. And so I wanted to showcase this one in today's video and also kind of talk a little bit about where I was at. So playing through the Pro Tour top 8 decks this last little while, I realized that what really makes me tick and makes me love Magic isn't the competitive nature of everything and trying to fine tune everything, make sure everything's exactly right. It's more this, where you can have fun, you can build an awesome deck that is good and does win you games, but I don't ever want to take away just the fun of building fun, janky, awesome cool decks. And so this one really fits within that, where it's janky enough because we're running stuff like Divine Visitation, and oh man, this is just a fun deck altogether. But I'm not losing out on feeling like I'm having fun doing this. And so that's really what I want to make sure that we do. And so I'm kind of making a new commitment to you guys that we're always going to have fun playing this. And so let's go ahead and get into the deck here, what we're doing. So you guys have seen a lot of Selesnya builds, and this one's a little bit different than typical. So we have our Legion's Landings, of course, Vanguard, Thorn Lieutenants, great aggro combo there with Emmara, only running one of. A lot of Saproling Migration, lots of ways to create tokens early game, fill up our board with good stuff though. March of the Multitudes to go wide, History of Benalia because it's epic, and Conclave Tribunal to, and this is kind of where everything gets a little bit different, is the numbers down here, we're not just going straight token building, we're not playing tons of the 2-drops, it's a really good curve with this deck, and I really enjoy it. So Benalish Marshal, of course, because it's fantastic. Some good stuff here in the middle, Shalai, Voice of Plenty, which is a great way to finish out games once you get into the late game, as well as just having a decent flyer to block those that are obviously there. Conclave Tribunal, of course, Ajani, I love. Venerated Loxodon to make sure we're growing our dorks so we can actually be swinging in the later game. Trostani for the same reason, making sure we're keeping all of our stuff. Of course, you guys know all these cards already. Flower to Flourish, really, really good here. We do have a sideboard, so let's go ahead and check that out really quick. The one thing I don't have in here, I put in a second Crushing Canopy because I don't have the Immortal Sun actually right now. I need to go find one of those. But that is the one other thing that's here in the sideboard. This will be down in the description box down below. And let's go ahead and try this one out because this deck is super fun. And let's get into the gameplay. Here we go. Alrighty, so here we are in Arena Standard against Shrengar, and I don't think I ever said who it was that made this deck. So his name is John. He is the person that introduced me to Magic, and I'm very, very grateful. And let's see here. This is pretty slow. I think we're going first. We do get a flower right off to maybe empty out. I can get a little bit more lands out of the deck. I don't know if you keep this or not. We're gonna try it out and see how it goes. This is probably where I just hate mulliganing when I don't need to, because losing a game because you mulligan down to 5, like you have really good stuff but you just run out of gas too early, is one of my least favorite things. So we'll play Plains and our flower. Grab us another forest or something here. I mean, really, we have plenty of green mana, so we'll just grab the Plains. All right, pass the turn. And we'll see what we're up against here. Mountain. Uh-oh. All right, so nothing on turn 1. That's always good. We're going to go ahead and just play our Temple Garden tapped and pass the turn. And drawing into lands, very, very bad there. Hopefully we can make sure we're drawing into something better here. Conclave Tribunal, not good against tokens. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, we're going to play another Temple Garden tapped and pass the turn again. March of the Multitudes can be decent here. We're going to try to last as long as we can. All right, so Goblin Tribal. Swinging in for 4. Uh-oh. Vanguard can be decent. I think what we're going to do here, though, is we're actually just going to Conclave Tribunal this War Chief. That can get pretty dangerous for next turn if we don't. So we'll grab him, pass the turn, see if we can hit something else pretty good next turn, and then maybe we'll have enough mana for a decent March of the Multitudes. Yep, Fanatical Firebrand. So this is really bad for Adanto Vanguard. Every one of these guys doing 4 to us can be really not good. Benalish Marshal. Interesting. So this actually makes the Vanguard a little bit better. And we do have enough white mana here to play it out. So let's Vanguard and Benalish Marshal. So now we have blockers. We'll pass the turn. Goblin Trashmaster here can be very, very bad for us. We'll see if they swing in. We'll block, and we will pay, even if they hold back the Fanatical Firebrand here. Which, yeah, that looks like what they're doing. So we'll go to blocks. Goblin Instigator. So we can take 3 here instead of blocking 1 and taking 6. Yeah, so we'll just say 1 blocker. That's fine. We have a lot of ways to be gaining some life the next turn. Take the damage. See if they have a shock or something here. Goblin Chain Whirler. Alright, so Chain Whirler into Fanatical Firebrand, I'm guessing. Yep. Yep. Taking Benalish Marshal. Resolves. And, oh, I did not pay for that. I was thinking, yeah, because he loses. Yep, that was definitely a mistake on my part. Oops. Alright, so we can bring down 3 lifelinkers here for the next turn. We could History of Benalia into Conclave Tribunal for the Chain Whirler here as well. Which puts us at a little bit of a risk, but could be useful as well. Let's go ahead and try that out. So History of Benalia. Create a Knight. Let's go ahead and Conclave Tribunal. No blockers, but we get rid of a Chain Whirler. And pass the turn. So taking 3. This could be dangerous with a Trashmaster. Risk factor. We're going to let them draw the cards here. So yeah, we'll decline. A little too low on life at the moment. They're looking for lands, it looks like. Yep, they get it. Fanatical Firebrand. Yikes. Alright, so March of the Multitudes should be pretty good here. Hopefully. Another History of Benalia is not bad either. So, I mean, I guess that kind of pays for itself. So let's go ahead and History of Benalia. Not quite, I guess, but let's see here. Let's go ahead and play History of Benalia. That's a decent board there by itself. And pass the turn. Now we can maybe hold on to the March of Multitudes for a turn as well. Opponent's saying nice. Thank you. He probably just has double shock here, though. Or double burn. We'll see. Can we survive? Goblin Warchief. And does he have Chain Whirler? Legion War Boss. Okay, going wide. Yep. Resolves. And they're going to attack in with everything, it looks like. Except the Fanatical Firebrand. Alright. Yep, resolves. We're going to have to block the big stuff, I think, here. So block Legion War Boss, Goblin War Chief. We drop down to 1 with the Fanatical Firebrand here. So yeah, we have to block there. So we can survive 1 more turn. Oh man, this is bad. Do we want to just use the mana here right now? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So March of the Multitudes. X3. Get to create some 1/1s. Before damage is dealt here. We can't block with them, unfortunately, at this point, but still works. Alright, so down to 2. And no shocks. Alright, so planes. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Alright, so we'll get our Knight first here. Oh man, we've drawn to a lot of lands. So if they have another Fanatical Firebrand, we're just dead. Do we want to swing in and gain life now is the main question. I think that we have to hold back to even have a chance. So we're going to pass the turn. And I think that we have to run into another March of the Multitudes or some way to gain life. Maybe a Tristani next turn. Otherwise, we are in all sorts of trouble here. Yeah, risk factor gets rid of a banneret. We will decline. Let them draw cards. Yep, mountain and shock. All right, so they had it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I mean, we at least survived longer there. We did have a really, really slow hand against goblins, which is really fast. So, Andrew had lots of lands there. So let's try again. Here we go. All right, let's see if SelesnAwesome can take the win against Carwin. I mean, Carluz. That's terrible. All right. I should stop punning. Punnings are not good for me. This looks fantastic. So we'll absolutely keep this. Yep. Legion landing into Vanguard. We have the Flourish for turn 3 into Ajani. Yeah, this is looking great. All right, so Legion landing. Pass the turn. What you got there, Carwin? Memorial to Genius. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead and Sun Petal Grove. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. Play the Vanguard here. And pass the turn. Vanguard's pretty good against any kind of control deck here. Unless there's Moment of Cravings. Thought Erasure. Yep, resolves. I'm guessing the Thorn Lieutenant is what they take here so that we can't flip Legion's Landing as quickly. Maybe the Ajani. Alright, they do take the Ajani, and we're totally okay with that. Alright, so Venerated Loxodon. Interesting. Alright, so Temple Garden. We're going to pay the 2 life here. Play the Thorn Lieutenant. We kind of want to get as many things out of our hand as we can. The Ritual of Soot can be bad. Vanguard can help with that. Let's go ahead and Flower as well. I'm just going to do this before combat right now. Let's grab... We already have some green mana. Let's go ahead and grab the Plains. I don't think we really need to be drawing into more than the couple here. Attack in, 4/4. Yep. And pass the turn. Alright, what you got here? Moment of Craving. He's doing it on the lifelinker? Alright. I'm not sure if opponent knows that if you do neg ones on a Vanguard, then he will actually die no matter what, even if he's indestructible. But we're fine with that. We are absolutely fine with that. So I think we actually want to be pressing... Oh, man, I'm not sure if we should be growing our Vanguard here and taking a turn, or just pressing in just in case there's a Ritual of Soot. I guess our Vanguard will still stay alive, though. So let's go ahead and do this. Venerated Loxodon. Pay 1, pay 2. Grow our stuff. Take a turn off and pass the turn. Hopefully flipping our Legion's Landing next turn into a Trostani. Ritual of Soot, so we will pay to keep him alive. Going to be losing one of our guys. Alright, another Vanguard is pretty good. So let's go to combat, swing in for 8. Down to 9, play another Vanguard, and pass the turn. So, the only things that are really bad against us here, I mean, Varas's Contempts can hit them and gain them life. Disinformation Campaign is unfortunate, but we're okay with this. Yep, resolves. Lose the Trostani. Golden Demise is probably the biggest thing we don't like here. Alright, so gonna cast down on our Loxodon. Go to combat and swing in for 7. And I'm guessing with the discard it's still better just to get stuff down here. So get down Thorn Lieutenant, pass the turn. And another Ritual of Soot. Let's see, what have they got? I'm a big fan of the Vanguards here. Yep, there we go. Opponent scoops it up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Alright, that's how the deck's supposed to play out. Let's go for another one. Alright, SelesnAwesome comes again against Miorian. And we are playing in Arena Standard. Let's see how this goes. All right, Legion's Landing into Flower Flourish isn't too bad. We can then hit Mystery Benalia on turn 3. So yeah, we'll keep this. Not too shabby at all. Plains, Legion's Landing. Pass the turn. All right, who are we up against here? Is it Guildgates, huh? All right, so we'll play... Let's go to combat and swing in first. Take 1. Play Flower. Actually, yeah, we'll play Flower. Why not? And let's grab... let's see. I think we still want the plains, just in case we run into a Benalish Marshal. We want the plains here. Play Temple Garden tapped. And pass the turn. So let's see if we'll shock. So the way that this our standard showdown ended up the other time was, is it Drakes versus SelesnAwesome here? And SelesnAwesome won, so we're hoping that'll happen again. All right, so History of Benalia. I probably could have gone for the Conclave Tribunal there. That might have been better. No attacks. And pass the turn. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Getting rid of their Electromancer is pretty important. We'll see if they have shocks, lava coils, all that jazz here. Gutter Snipe. Interesting. Alright, that's pretty fun. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and, yep, get another guy. Play a plains. Let's just go ahead and Conclave Tribunal. We're just going to pay here. We'll pay with the knight as well. Or yeah, well, there we go. Conclave Tribunal. Hit the Gutter Snipe. Go to combat and attack in with 1 knight. And we'll see if they'll trade here. I think that it's worth it for us if they do. Alright, so they do trade. That's fine. So take the damage. Yep. Go there. We're going to play a Flower. Get some more lands out of our deck. We will grab the other forest here. And pass the turn. So we don't get to flip Legion's Landing. That's the one issue with trading there. But I do like getting rid of Electromancers. That can be very, very bad for us. Alright, so Divine Visitation actually can be pretty awesome here. We could Conclave Tribunal to make sure we get him off the board, be able to swing in. But Divine Visitation into March of the Multitudes is just so fun. Alright, let's Conclave Tribunal. I think that is the better play here. Yep, paying our manas here. Conclave Tribunal. Hit the Mystic. Go to combat. Swing in 4/5. And pass the turn. Alright, so as long as these resolve, Divine Visitation into March of the Multitudes should be insane. Gutter Snipe. Alright. Alright, so let's Divine Visitation. And let's swing in with the Knight. I do not think that they'll be trading the Gutter Snipe there. Takes it down to 12, pass the turn. And as long as we can resolve this March of the Multitudes, yeah, that'll be awesome. Alright, what you got here? Opponent passes the turn. Alright. Let's see here. Let's just Conclave Tribunal. Man, we have drawn a lot of those. Opponents cannot be happy about it. All right, so Ionize, yeah, we're trying to draw out the counters there so we can resolve a March of the Multitudes. All right, so Ionize takes it. We take it down to 18. We're gonna go ahead and go to combat and attack in with our Knight again. Takes it down to 10. We're gonna play a Flower. Get down another land here. We'll go ahead and play... Yeah, we'll just grab a Plains. Play the land, pass the turn, get a bigger March of the Multitudes. And as long as they ever tap down, we will definitely be resolving a massive board of Angels. Let's see what they've got. Alright, so Rao comes out. Alright, perfect. So we do get down this March of the Multitudes, which should be amazing here. They don't really have any big board wipes. The only thing I can think of is Starve Extinction, which we're okay with them resetting the board, especially because we have 3 other March of the Multitudes to draw into. So let's see, are they going to shock the knight? That's what I'm guessing. So shocks the knight. Yep, that's fine. Pass the turn, didn't swing in. All right, so we're going to just March the Multitudes here for 4. I think getting down angels is the most important thing right now. So X4, pay the 1 there. Yep, 4, 4 flying angels, pretty powerful. Not a ton they can do about that right now. So they can Ral to kill one of them. Actually, they can't even kill one of them right here. Crackling Drake for a blocker. And we're still going to swing in for victory right now. They can maybe shock one.
Choose wisely, because the other one's going bye-bye.
All right, his voice stuff is pretty awesome. I haven't heard a lot of it, but that was good. All right. All right, what you got? Can you kill an angel? Lava Coil. So they do have a Lava Coil. All right. All right, so I think Flourish here just wins it for us. So we're going to go ahead and Flourish and swing it for victory. All attack. Yep. Flip that Legion's Landing. And yeah, opponent sees their doom. Perfect. Oh man, that is so beautiful. Oh, this deck is fun. I really, really enjoy it. All right, so there is SelesnAwesome for you guys, and it was pretty awesome. What do you guys think? Leave it down in the comments below what you guys think of the deck. Does it have a shot being pretty competitive here? I like the numbers with this deck. I think you can obviously change a little bit more, but I think it's good to not be going too heavy on any. Like I like this deck because I love the one-of type of decks where you play a decent set of this is what I want to be doing, and then the kind of 1 or 2 ofs here and there to spice up the deck, add a little bit more flair to it, but they all are very synergistic. That is probably my favorite way of playing altogether. So I really, really enjoy this deck. I hope you guys did too. So if you did, leave a like for the video, subscribe. Subscribing really, really helps me out with my content. Makes sure YouTube knows that I'm actually serious about this. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. And bye-bye.